Hi, my name is Chris. I'm with Sedan Machinery, and today I'm going to talk to you about the SMF 1013 shear. This shear is a 10 foot by 13 gauge capacity, and some of the features on this machine are a motorized back gauge that allows the back gauge to travel from 30 inches to about 3/16 of an inch by pressing a button. There's also a manual adjustment so that when you use the motorized function of it to get close to the dimension that you want, you can fine tune it by turning this hand wheel. There is a digital display on the back gauge that allows you to get to a very accurate and low dimension, unlike what you would be able to get on say a tape measure or type scale. Another feature on this machine is a sheet support that allows the material to drop down to the front of the machine into the catch tray. And this allows the operator to, after he cuts all this material, just reach down right where he's at and move the material onto a waiting table. Another feature is a parts counter. Every time the foot pedal is cycled and shear cycles to make a cut, the part counter counts that as one piece. It is resettable, so in between jobs you can always reset it back to 0 and start counting a new job. Another advantage is a groove on the table. This groove is if you're going to front shear, so if you're just going to feed the material in but not put it up against the back gauge. It allows you to, and it's also if you're going to have a very small piece where you can't get your fingers up underneath there. It allows you to put it in and make a very small cut, but the grooves ensure that you have a square cut. They allow you to line it up. The grooves go down the length of the machine, perfectly square with the blade, and allow you to line it up to that groove so that you do get a square cut. Another advantage on the machine is a light that allows you to see inside to the front blade. And the advantage of that is if an operator is going to scribe a line, maybe you're not making a square cut, you have to angle it a little bit, and the operator is going to scribe a line where he wants that cut to go. Having this light in here allows that operator to see the line and line it up to the blades very easily. So it definitely helps with doing angled or tapered cutting. Right now I've got a piece of 14 gauge material or metal here that I'm going to cut, and what I'll do is move the back gauge back to 4 inches using the motorized function. I'll fine tune it to 4 inches because I can't get it exactly there using the motorized. I'll get really close and then I'll fine tune it to get to the number that I want. I'll make a cut, the material's going to drop down to the front. Then I'm going to bring the back gauge into 2 inches, same setup. I'm going to use the manual adjustment to fine tune my dimension. Make another cut, and again that piece is going to drop down to the front. Here we go. So right now I'm going to be fine tuning to get to 4 inches, and we are there. Push my material in, up against the gauge, hit the foot pedal. The material drops down to the front. I'm going to move the back gauges into 2 inches. Again, do a fine tune adjustment. Either there, push my material in, shear. Load pieces, drop down to the front of the machine. There we have it. Another feature on this machine, I'm doing a fairly small piece here, but if you were doing a 48-inch wide blank that you're putting in, you're going to be cutting it down. We do have a front sheet support that you pull out, and this helps to support that 48-inch wide blank, and as you move in or get closer where you don't need it out so far, you can just move the sheet support in as well. Okay, now we're going to go around to the back side of the machine. I'm going to show you the sheet support, the back gauges, and show you how the table works. The sheet support also has another feature, so that if you're doing small cuts, I'll show you here. We have a function here. The way that I've set this up now, when I hit my foot pedal, the shear makes one cycle. So that's one cut, I'll move my material in, make another cut, move it in. But if you're doing very small, just trim cuts, there is a function on here where you can turn this over by holding the foot pedal. The shear will cycle up and down repeatedly. So you put your material in, you cycle it, you cycle it, you cycle it. When you're doing that sort of function, you don't need the sheet support to move up and down all the time. Normally, if you're doing that, because of the speed at which the shear moves, you're only going to be doing a very small dimension. So you can lock out the sheet support so that it stays in the down position, so you don't have that moving up and down each time you run it. And I'll show you how to do that here in the back. Okay, so back here we have our sheet supports. You can see the rods right here. This is your sheet support. These are what support the metal when you're coming back to a large dimension. But again, when you're doing small cuts, you don't need to come back so far. You don't really need the sheet support. So there is a lever on the side of the machine right here. When this is up in the horizontal position, it means that the sheet support is going to come up and down each time. If you drop that down and you cycle the shear, move this over. So you see those sheet supports are up right there. When the shear cycles the first time, those sheet supports go down and they stay down. So if you're doing those trim cuts, this allows you to keep that sheet support down and just let the material fall down. It's going to go into that table and slide out to the front still for the operator, but it keeps that sheet support from having to come up and down and possibly getting in your way. Okay, again, my name is Chris Kennedy, Sedan Machinery. This is the SMF 1013 shear. If you have any questions, please give us a call, 770-692-7230. Thank you.